Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. This time with an actual echo instead of a faint padded room where echo is slightly heard, and hopefully.
Better, but I
Yeah.
still didn't go to work. We're not quite there yet.
So I did a little bit.
I
did a little bit of-
a little bit of fishing off camera.
A little bit of fishing off camera. We won't do it right this second.
No, that's
Do a
probably
little-
a good amount though. Like
It's
were you able to get
19,
everything you
so
wanted,
like
or
do 19. No. Because like these things
let's
here
take a look at the shop. What do we want? Yeah.
are 20,000. So I'm like
That
almost able to
one's
buy
20.
one, but once I get to like 35, I think I might have enough to just do the
Wait,
big,
yeah,
the
we
big fish.
need what do we need? 40, 50, 57, 59, 60. We need 62 for everything in the shop.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a third of the way there, about. That's not bad. Honestly, pretty good.
Not too bad. I'll be able to. Huh?
Activate side quest, I
Okay.
think.
Okay. Let me double check because like the shopping street. I think I was in like an open rift.
Yeah, I don't think this is main quest.
No, I think this is just an open, like a free rift or whatever it is.
Something like that. Yeah, it's Yeah, you want Sora in, Ko out. Yep, get out of here, Ko. Not cool enough for this dungeon.
Got him.
Huh. So are the blue ones weak to...
So
No, okay. That one was weak to blue.
it was
I don't
kind of
know.
bluish. Kind of blue or whatever.
You must prepare yourself for cubes. His ranged attack is so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
I remember really liking playing him. Just because moving while shooting is so strong.
It is very nice. So I think everyone can do it. Oh, she can actually.
No, they all stop. That's his thing, is that he can move and shoot.
Ask Master. Let's go.
I need to probably watch the 4 seasons I have fallen behind on for that show. I don't know exactly. I caught up at one point, and then I was like, yep, I think it was like season 16. I don't know what they're up to now.
Yeah. There it is. Chili dog.
Chili dog. Very important.
Did it not have
Now
burn
we can't go
recovery?
fast anymore. What?
I thought the chili dog had burn recovery. I guess not. Just lied to me.
I mean, clearly not. It
Clearly?
gives you burn.
Yeah,
Heartburn.
must be giving me heartburn instead.
Anyway, the burn's already over. It's fine.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, well, we're mid-dungeon, so I will tell you about the game I had been playing up until, I think, yesterday when I beat it finally.
Yeah.
The game is called Strange Seed. And the best premise I can give you, like the best like one sentence premise I can give you is, imagine if the creature section in Spore was an entire RPG.
But that's literally just called Spore, though. Oh.
Yeah, except it's...
I see what you mean. Is that's the one where they're on the island, or is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the section where you're just playing as a guy, right?
Yeah. If it like gather enough creatures to take everything over, and then you
you don't
like
do that.
section.
You don't do that or anything, but that's like the premise is the creature section of Spore. You go around and kill other things, and then randomly get the ability to swap out body parts with the ones that you find.
Yeah.
And you do that to like solve certain challenges.
Nice.
Combat harder to fight creatures and stuff. It was pretty janky, honestly, overall, but like not like bad. I think I had an easier time than some other people who were reporting like falling through the map and stuff. Like I didn't ever really have that happen to me.
Gotta turn you up a little bit.
But once or twice I did have to use the return to spawn function in the menu. Aside from that, yeah, it was interesting.
Nice. Oh, I
don't know if you want. If you desperately need to play more Spore like games, then I could recommend it then. But it was just kind of fine otherwise.
It's strange that they're like resistant to physical hits, but technically her element's still wind.
Yeah, but she's not very good with her ranged attacks, so they don't do as much damage. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that they're weak to the element, but resist. Like it's like Pokemon. You can be weak to wind, or you can be weak to flying, but you can have high defense, right? Like. So the next game I'm thinking of, I'm thinking I might actually start playing Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah.
3. Mostly because I had the idea for a character, and I kind of want to see it played out.
What's the idea?
The idea is spec into the idea of Shadow. Okay, and so I should say this is an interesting parallel.
Yeah.
So the idea was kickstarted by so I read the latest Drizzt book.
Okay.
And the latest Drizzt book is actually mild spoilers for the entirety of the series.
Okay.
The perspective is from his daughter.
Okay.
Which, like, that's not gonna tell you anything that happens during anything but like the very latest books. So don't worry too much about it. It's not gonna spoil any individual plot lines in any books. It's just he has a daughter now. And she starts out as a way of she starts out as a way of the open palm monk. And then, like, right before the start of the book, she changes to a way of shadow monk. Right?
Sure.
And I was just like, oh, the way of shadow sounds really cool, and I've never done a monk before. Right?
Yeah.
So, how many levels does it take to get to the shadow step in the way of shadow? Oh, 6. Okay. So what if I just took 6 levels of monk and then did something else? Right?
Right.
And then I was like, what could I possibly do that would be like really cool? Well, if we want to lean into the shadow thing, like at this point, I like set the book down and started like making a character.
Okay, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, wait, there's a there's a spell called Shadow Blade that actually does pretty high damage for being a summoned weapon. Right?
Yeah.
It does like 2d6 on hit or something like that, which is ridiculous for a one-handed weapon.
Yeah, it's kind of that's a lot for one-handed.
Yeah. With you know the thing being you have to like recast it every time you want to use it, so you can't just dip. You can't just dip. You need to have spell slots to actually cast it consistently. So I was like, okay, well, how do I make a melee spellcaster? Oh, right, blade singing, right?
Right.
So then I was like, okay, well, I could take 6 levels of monk and then 6 levels of wizard into blade singing, and that's a Baldur's Gate character because they only got up to level 12. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I continue reading the book, and then they do that.
Cool, let's go.
And I was just like, but I wanted to be original.
That's a good like big attack.
Oh, yeah. That is okay. That was his. I don't know, EX burst or whatever.
Whatever it is.
I don't know what the skills are called. But yeah, did you catch that? I don't know if you did.
Catch what?
What I was saying.
Oh yeah, because you have to like you want 6 and 6, so they go up to 12. That fits.
No, not that. Not that. So I had the character planned out, and I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do in Baldur's Gate. Now I'll keep reading the book.
Yeah.
And then the main character also does that. Not 100%, because I think she also has at least a level or 2 in cleric. From like the sounds of it, like it doesn't. The book
character
is not written
is
from the perspective
very
of
much,
here's the character sheet, but she like knows cleric cure spells and stuff. So it's not 100%, but like it's literally just monk and blade singing wizard. Literally blade singing wizard. Like they pull out like they like introduce the concept of blade singing to the Forgotten Realms in the form of here's this ancient book from a city that like nobody knows about. Like don't worry, you'll get there if you read all the books.
Okay.
It's not like it's not from nowhere. Like they had several books of build up to the fact that this like could be possible.
Right.
It's not like they just pull it out of their ass, right? But it's just like, oh, you made a way of Shadow Monk with blade singing for the Shadow Blade. You literally did the thing that I was just like, I want to do that.
Yeah, that's fun.
So,
hey, at least you came up with it before you read the book. Completely to realize that was exactly what happened.
I mean, I took the inspiration from like I liked the Shadow Step idea. Like, what if you added the Shadow Stepping?
Yeah.
But then, yeah. So it's like that. I copied the first half and then did the second half myself. But then they also did the second half, and of course that was written before I.
Yeah. Interesting.
So anyway, yeah, I basically just made the main character Breezy as a Baldur's Gate character. So when I play Baldur's Gate, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Nice.
And it won't be as clean because in the book they like invent a way for her to not have to use her concentration slot on the sword.
Right.
So she can be even more stronger. So that's fine. I won't be able to do that.
Very nice.
Because the only thing more dangerous than the Shadow Blade is if you also somehow can cast haste while having Shadow Blade.
Yeah. That would be a little silly.
Yeah.
A little bit, though.
Yeah, just a little bit. So yeah, that's what I've been doing recently.
Nice.
What have you been doing?
Mostly.
I know you've been catching up on. And I know you caught up on.
Yeah, I caught up on Path of Ascension. I just got word back from an author that I was following because I'm like, hey, you want a beta reader? And he's like, well, I'm going on vacation. I'll think about it. I don't know what I would really want from it, so just yet. But I just heard back from him, and he's like, okay, why don't you catch up? I have some questions about what currently going on in the plot. And I'm like, okay, sure. I'll do that real fast. And then just see about what he wants to hear from, like, story-wise. Like, just little feedback things. Like, I've done this once before is, like, I read and then
I remember
give
you mentioning that.
little notes like, hey, I like this. I like the way this character interacts. Or things like, I feel like this is dragged on for a little bit, and I'm more curious about what's going on outside of this, like, conversation. And I feel like this conversation's distracting from it. Or this character is pretty feeling one-dimensional because every interaction they've had so far with a main character has been this one specific thing, or like this one specific interaction, like just over and over again. So stuff like just like my little feelings as I like read, because I don't want to give like, this is bad, you should not do this, because
Right.
that's not what you want to do when you're giving, like, it's not feedback.
That's also not feedback.
It's not it's not feedback.
You need details.
And if you like say, for instance, this is bad, the character is doing this, I don't like them doing this. Like, that's still technically feedback, but that's not the way you want to give it. Because
you need actionable change.
You need actionable change. Also, you don't want to sound like you're the authority because it's not your story. If the author is intending
like
for you to be frustrated with that character, then that is actually the goal that they're pulling off.
Yeah.
Though, you know, if there's a character that's meant to be annoying and frustrating, usually I can tell because it's like they're actually well written instead of just one-dimensional. But that's after reading so many stories, I can pick up on characters who have like a little bit of depth and not just a flat board. Like the young master stereotype that I like to poke fun at on multiple occasions. I don't know if you're aware of that trope.
The
young master
not by
trope.
name, but if you start describing.
Young master trope is like a young lord, like a merchant's son, like a rich merchant's son, or like a low nobility, or sometimes high nobility. Just like the child of this prestigious rank of some kind in society, and then they're like, I am owed certain things because my family is rich, and so they treat the people around them like garbage. And usually what happens is the MC enters within an anomalous zone that is controlled by young master, and then young master takes offense at the MC's sheer existence. Specifically, like, for instance, it could be the main character's in a store attempting to buy something, and then the young master enters, realizes that he wants specifically what the MC is holding, and then orders his like bodyguards to go grab the MC and like take the item so that he can purchase it instead. Just because the story needs conflict.
I see.
So, something like that. I think I'd
Okay.
pick it up. And when done right, it's fine. But it's done often enough that it's become a trope.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be overdone and just
So
abuse.
if done
push
poorly,
story.
if done poorly, it's a flimsy manufacturing of conflict.
Yes.
Okay. Like, we need conflict here, but I don't know how to cleanly introduce it. So we're just
Or it does end up being an easy introduction to conflict, because what's pretty relatable other than someone who doesn't deserve things because, you know, they were born into this kind of power and then they get them anyway. It can be done well, it can be done poorly. It's easy to do poorly, and so it tends to be a trope to make fun of instead of a story narrative plot device that people recognize more often than.
Gotcha.
I think 6 is the highest. Dang it.
6, I think, is the highest. This is basically the you know, you played both Zwei games at this point to know what that is. Yeah. It doesn't spit out all. You're not losing out on experience, but you don't roll the 6 though, so that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, while I was grinding, I got a voicemail saying, "Oh, it's rainy. But make sure you remember your umbrella."
Well, you do have that, so that's nice.
Hey.
Advice on living cheaply: ramen.
Yeah, ramen, and then
Instant
you can
ramen noodles.
instant ramen noodles, and then you can add a little bit of things to them. Those tend to be pretty good.
Crush them up and snort them.
That's what we did in middle school. How'd you know?
Everybody did that in middle school.
Well, everyone in this in the area we grew up.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that exists outside of that particular.
I have heard talk of it, but I haven't heard
cultural
talk of
zone.
it with people's locations attached. You know, so
Yeah.
it could have been. There's enough people in this area that it just so happens.
Bought
But
some shoes.
yeah, I don't know.
If they're men's shoes, I would have just had. Well, one of the manufacturers had requested that a new product be put through the paces. Yeah.
blah blah blah. Hey,
Blah,
look,
blah,
have
blah.
Sora do it.
Have Sora do it, yeah. So I was reading a book, as I do normally, right? Called Aqualung.
Wait, you read books?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Crazy. I usually read serials and not books, you know, but now I've read a book.
Wait.
Anyway.
I just eat that. What do you mean you read the cereal?
You see, that's what eating it does, is it reads that into your aura, and sometimes you get it from it.
Okay.
Although usually that's also called a sugar rush. Anyway, so I was reading this series. It was okay. So there was a series I found called The Dark Healer. It's pretty okay. I mean, it's a good like popcorn read, I guess, where you're not trying to take it too seriously.
I think I remember that one.
It's about like a necromancer who wakes up
right. Okay.
like 1,000 years or something, or like
10,000
years after
and
he
then,
was supposedly died, or stuff like that.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Wait a minute, that stuff was. Why'd you do that? Yeah, I got rid of that.
That stuff's
I
bad.
remember, yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
that series is like pretty okay. Like I'd say it's good, but it's not great. It has its downsides, but anyway, the author of that, I think, is like he does this thing where he like writes a bunch of stories and then like works like get them in. But this one's called Aqualung the Water Mage. Wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear the result. Done in the Eclipse. Location does not matter. Equipper. Okay.
So
it's one of the equip quests.
So basically go into a she already equipped them.
Yeah.
You just go into a free Eclipse and run around.
Yeah. I need Sora to be in the party.
She's got to be in the party.
Oh, I don't need Ko, so go.
Not for this one.
Yeah, so
all right, and I think you have to be controlling her, so I think you can just run around.
Yeah. These stories tend to have
I don't know if completing the dungeon is what you need to do, or if it's a certain number of steps.
I mean, it's a free Eclipse, so I'll just go ahead and complete it.
Sure.
Get some extra gems. But anyway, these stories all tend to become somewhat similar. This is another one of, I think it's think it's like a Russian translated story, but I'm not quite sure because while The Dark Healer is most certainly one, this one is translated like it seems like quite a lot better. So I can't tell if this one's originally like a Russian story or if they just got like a better translator for it because it flows better. But there's like a powerful character. The character wakes up or becomes aware in an era that they don't belong in, and then they're like, well, my power still exists, or my knowledge still exists, and people seem to have forgotten a lot of things. So anyway, Aqualung the Water Mage is, well, about a water mage who was defeated at some point in the long distant past and like sealed a bit of his spirit in like a family heirloom that managed to last the test of time for a long while. And during a event where the character, the main character gets has to use his magic, he awakens the part of the spirit that's in the ring, and then their like memories combine. So it's like, yeah, pseudo mind stealing stuff. But usually the way these stories explain it is like the consciousness merge, and now they're kind of both people, but with all of the memories. It's, I don't know. I just put up with it because it's fun to watch this super powerful character go around just slapping people. But anyway, he wakes up and he's like, wait, there aren't mages anymore? Like, not proper mages? They're all wizards now, and they only like do enchanting and tech stuff and not like freeform casting. Or if they do freeform casting, they like have set preset spells that they like engrave into jewels and then cast through that. And so he's like, that's strange. Where's all the magic? Also, there are no more spirits or elementals around. Like, that's just really weird. And so he during the magical event that caused him to awaken, he did some weird magic stuff, and so society's like, no, you're doing magical experimentation, so now we're gonna exile you because we can't kill you since you're technically a noble, or like the last member of your noble house. So we're not gonna kill you because that just looks bad on us. So we're just gonna exile you back to your like family's like ancestral lands. And so he gets sent there, and I don't want to spoil too much about like what happens, but he becomes like a diver, because so it's like a wetlands area, and so I think of like Venice, I guess. There's like a lot of waterways in the city. And so people like lose stuff constantly over the edge. Like they'll like get bumped, and then they'll lose like their pocket watch that their dads passed down to them for like 4 generations, and they're like, I don't know, my pocket watch. And then there's like freelance divers that go around and like try to find the stuff, and so he's like, because he's a water mage, he's really good at it. And so that's like what he does right at the beginning to get himself off the ground, because saving people's valuables is, you know, kind of good work to do. It makes you feel good. It's actually good to help people, and you can make a living off of it.
Sure.
And it's interesting because, like, I don't know about you, but I haven't read many stories or seen many stories about like a water mage. It's definitely not one of the more primary aspects that characters have.
Certainly not, no.
Usually it's like the most common is probably like a fire mage or like a space mage, because fire is very easy to get, like, this person's really strong, they can throw a giant fireball. Or space mage, because this person can teleport around and warp reality. Earth sometimes, though that's also kind of uncommon. And wind is, I think, more along the lines of rare, like water is. Oh, I can redo these. Yeah, it's a fun read. I like the characters. It's done well. Use flying and power skills 10 times each.
Yeah, you didn't check the condition.
No, but I got more gems.
Yep, back in we go. Hold. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter too much. I was gonna say swap Yuki for Asuka, but it doesn't matter too much.